That gives us the opportunity to bring in Oliver Sloup from Blue Line Futures in Chicago. Oliver, thanks for joining the show. Anything stick out at you when it comes to those ag prices?
Well, we're watching options expiration. May options expire after tomorrow's close, and this is something that I had talked about with Marlin Monday morning, is that $8 strike for the May corn has a lot of open interest and might be a little bit of a magnet as we inch into that expiration. Now, looking past that, obviously July is going to be the next active month, but we're looking further out to the new crop contract, where I think is going to be a lot of interest, especially as we continue through this spring planting season, where the weather is continuing to be a bigger and bigger factor going forward. We know it's been relatively cold and wet on the eastern corn belt, which has delayed planting a little bit. Not a huge concern right at the moment, but if it persists, it could potentially continue to add some premium in those deferred contracts, which we're seeing a pullback here today. That December corn contract down about 10 cents, but all in all, a healthy pullback considering we've rallied about $1 uninterrupted since that acreage report we got last month.
Yeah, I mean, and, you know, you have to remind folks that the markets are allowed to go down too, you know.
Right, and considering where we're at, yeah, we're at, towards the upper end of the range, no question about it. And I think the grain market that's been probably the most resilient here this week, in my opinion, that I wasn't really expecting to be, is probably that soybean market. I thought that we might be able to hover around $17 plus or minus, but we got a new closing high in yesterday's session, which kind of amped up the market. We're recovering well today from some earlier weakness, about 20 cents off the low. That opens the door for a potential retest of those contract highs up near 17.59 in that May contract.
My screens don't go that far here, but what's DEES 23 look like right now?
DEES 23 is about 10 cents lower as well, and working on the first down day in about 25 sessions, if I'm not mistaken. We finished unchanged, settled unchanged yesterday, so still kept the streak of not closing lower alive, but it looks like that's going to come to an end today. And if you go back out even further, DEES 24 was over $6 as well this weekend. So it's a great, a lot of great opportunities further down the timeline. Absolutely.
All right.